Let's try to quickly break down some red pill content today. Hope everybody's doing well. First, I'm going to start off with a shout out to my brother Dave for leaving a heartwarming comment. Many of you guys do that sometimes, and I do thank you for it. The brother Dave said, I have been red pill now for only a short time. Welcome to the Red Pill Brotherhood, my brother. He said, I have binge watched many videos on YouTube from various people. I have had a lot of great eye-opening advice and learned so much. Your channel is the most balanced, informative, and I love your style of delivery. I feel empowered and uplifted. You are very respectful and you don't disrespect women. Everything you deliver is the truth and it has helped me a lot. I feel part of an elite group and feel your brotherly love. You are a rare individual. Thank you, my friend, and bless you and your loved ones. Likewise, my brother, thank you. Today's topic is a continuation from the video that I made, which was called Women Are Loyal for Only Two Reasons. Women are only loyal for two reasons. All right. This video right here today is called Women Only Follow Two Things. Number one, women will follow society. Number two, women will follow a strong man. All right. We have to let that sink in. Now, we know today most of our women in the West, they are following society. Hence, there are no homes. What do I mean by that? A home consists of a building where a man is the leader of such a building. And in that building, we have an institution. The institution is called the family, the very first human institution. If you believe in the Bible, it can be found in the book of Genesis, which God created man and woman and created an institution, right? Now, the woman has walked away from such an institution and she went into following society. If you don't believe in the Bible, let's say you just believe in humans, period, man and women started interacting together and then decided to live together and created children together. And from there, we had lineages, and from lineages, societies, and so forth, right? The first institution. Now we see the woman walking. We see her driven every day just like a man. What brothers need to understand is that men are walking. They are driven because they are on their purpose, their possessive pronoun. The woman, however, is walking in order to fulfill someone's purpose. A man walks for his purpose, even if he is going through someone, because men create purpose. You understand? A woman partake of purpose. Let's break down number one. When we have the absence of a strong man, the woman will follow society's agenda. All right? The woman will follow society's movement. Now, if your society is a holy society, if your society is a conservative society, if your society promotes virginity in order for marriage to exist, this woman will feel obligated to follow that society. If a strong man is lacking, first, it should be her father or father figure. Second, her husband. All right. Once her father is no longer in her life or a man takes her as his wife, she is now under the authority of the man, leadership and guidance of her husband. All right. So if that is lacking, she will go and search for society. But our society is gynocentric, where most of us live in the West. If you don't live in the West, maybe your society has been infected by the influences of Western feminism, of the Western gynocracy. If that is the case, your women are pretty much just as doomed, right? In that case, the woman follows wickedness. As the feminist movement and many of the gynocentric ideologies teach women to abandon their natural purpose, their natural roles, their reasons for existing. When the woman does this, she becomes void and she becomes empty. There is no life in her. She doesn't know what her purpose is. She is never happy. She accumulates many material things, fancy clothes, fancy shoes, cars, maybe a house. Maybe she gets degrees. But at the end of the day, she is still empty because society, in all its wickedness, have lied to her. Men, however, give women purpose. We either build a society where we give women the illusion as if they can create their own purpose, or we are in the wild where humans are in their natural state and natural habitat, and a woman cannot do much on her own and have to depend on the man directly to give her her purpose and to give her the protection and the provision in order to stay alive. Men, on the other hand, regardless of what their society says, men go after what they want. Men tend to create their own purpose. Let me give you guys a very basic example. Black men, for example, always like big butts. When most Europeans and European descent countries, such as the United States of America, those countries never really liked big butts at first. It was big breasts that they were into, right? Big breasts, petite women. Most of them are still into that. But black men, being men, just like white men, just like Asian men, they like big butts. And they knew the difference between a fat woman and a woman with a thin waist, thin wrist, thin ankles, no hamburger meat, no cellulites, and a nice, firm, round butt. So regardless of what society was saying, the black man, because he is a man, he has the masculine energy just like all other men, he said, I like big butts and I cannot lie, right? Now, eventually, white women, Asian women, Hispanic women who do not have such a big butt decided to get implants, shots. They even put fat injections into their lips to mimic the lips that the black man like, to mimic the buttocks that the black man like. Eventually, other races of men started to catch on and started to find those features and those assets on a woman to be appealing, to be sexually appealing to them too. You see how a man has just molded society and has put his purpose and imposed his purpose and his will on society. Now, of course, the black man's purpose is not just big butts. That is just an example. But women, what did they do? Women went ahead and started to get implants so they can conform to the way of the man, because he was a strong man. He was strong behind what he stands for. So regardless what society thought at the time, she followed the way of the man. But men, we grow weak sometimes, and we start falling for the kiss. We start falling for the boob implants, for her sexiness, the way she trimmed down on her bones to make her hips more slender, right? We fall into the trap of worshiping what we created. You have to understand, we have molded this woman mentally to the point where she molded her body to appeal to us sexually. But oftentimes we become very weak. We grow weak. And when that happens, she goes and seek society. And she brings back to us all the wickedness of society. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here, my brothers? Because a man is weak in his interaction, he starts to worship such a woman. She seeks what society is teaching and brings it to you. Let's touch on number 2 real quick, and then I'm going to wrap it all up for you guys. Number 2, a woman will follow a strong man. Let me give you an example of a strong man. A strong man is sitting in his house and his woman is watching a talk show. Usually a bunch of feminists. They'll throw in an Asian woman, a few white ladies, and usually the fat, obnoxious black woman. For some odd reason, they could never find a thin one that doesn't scream at the top of her lungs, and she is more extra than a gay dude on a bucket of sugar. She's always hype and wild and loud and completely obese, right? Now, the woman is watching this show. And on the show they say, oh, look at this star. And look how her husband decided to take her on this anniversary. And he got her a toe ring as a token and a proof of his recommitment, renewing his commitment to her as he painted her fingernails. He even got his toenails painted. He painted hers and got his painted too to show her he's in touch with his feminine side. Because his feminine side is his better side. Because his woman is feminine and she is his better side. And the crowd goes, aww. And all the claps from all the women who have no husbands and no homes to be cooking for their families and tending to their homes and their husbands' agendas. And all the gay dudes who are part of the crowd, right? So your woman bumps on your shoulder and go, babe, wouldn't that be cute? Why don't you do this with me? That is so nice. They're such a cute couple. She's in her emotions. But a strong man looks at his woman and he goes, are you serious? His eyebrows crunched up. He goes, you're serious right now? Are you seriously asking me to feminize myself? And you think that's cute? Let me ask you a question. How turned on would you be if I was very feminine? If I resembled that gay guy that's sitting on the panel of that talk show? And she quickly backs off because she realized, he's not budging and he's right. I was in my emotions. But he just made me feel a new emotion that I would not be attracted to a feminized man. Now, for myself, for example, as a strong man, when I deal with women, I give them order. I give them borders. I give them limits as to what they can do and what they can't do. Example, when I walk with my woman or any woman that I'm interacting with sexually, romantically, I tell them that they have to walk slightly behind me. That is always something that I kept dear. When myself and the brother Kevin Kelly, we sat down and talked in person. For those of you who don't know about Kevin Kelly, check his channel out. That brother, I probably will pin his link in the comment section so you guys can check his channel out. We chopped it up together. And I told him I don't like women to walk slightly ahead of me. This is to send a psychological signal that this woman knows that I am the man and she must walk behind me. I tell her when you come to my house, you must wear only skirts or dresses in my house. I find it sexy. I like that. And no panties. I said no panties. Now, many of you guys might be wondering, Mr. Limbo, what is that all about? Well, it's something that I like. It's something that I want. For each of you brothers, it's different. So while she's cooking me something to eat in my house, I may just slide on over there, put my hand around her waist from the back, push up against her, slide my hand under her dress, and enjoy myself. Now, to the feminist who is brainwashed, she goes, this sounds so cruel. It sounds like a misogynist. But you know, never have I put my hand under her dress and she's dry. Never. You see, she can't wait till I do that. Because she is in her element. I put the woman in her element. Because I am a strong man and she does what I say. She can't wait for me to get over there. She sees me on my computer working on something and she's like, when is he going to come here? Now, for the wrap up, let me give you guys a wrap up because I don't want to hold this too long, right? The wrap up is this. Many women are going wild today because we have weak men, right? Because we have weak men. We have simps and manginas. When you deal with women with authority, they are crazy over you. Like the girl that I ordered to, and I said ordered, that's right, as a red pill boss. I said ordered to wear a dress, around my house or a skirt around my house. And to also walk behind me when we are walking, I am sending her a psychological signal that I am the leader. I walk ahead of you. That no one wears the pants in this house but me, not even boy shorts. And when you are in this house, there are no panties. Your vagina is always accessible to me. And I don't ask her for permission. I don't bring flowers. I walk up on her and I touch her. And her body's natural lubrication has already welcomed me before I even got out of my seat to come up to her, or before I call her up to me. She is delighted to cook my food. You have to understand what a strong man, the power that a strong man has, right? She is delighted to cook my food because she is serving a true masculine man. A true man which is an alpha. One who has his spine forged in the fires of the MLC. One who follows the book of Alpharonomy. Shout out to my brother BOA. One who understands the blazing hot red pill of clothing shadows. Shout out to my brother too. The one who understands the break-in process. Shout out to Talleyrand the Great. Check out all those brothers. A man who understands the true red pill content. Understanding female nature and know what they desire on the inside. And know that this woman is only trying to give you a hard time because she is testing you. Because society has been trying to pollute her mind since day one. But when you are weak, she will take whatever she learned from school, the television, whatever she learned from her friends, her family, and bring it to you. And put it all on you like the weight of the world. And then you will have divorces. You will have child support. You will have all the problems in the world. Because you are not a strong man. You need to understand the two things that women follow. Society and all of society's agenda. Or a strong man. She has to submit to something. Or someone. Are you going to be that strong man that stands strong and just watch her submit? You won't have to tell her to. She'll just do it. Or will you let her just go ahead and follow society? And of course, if she is rebellious, you know what we do, right? If she refuses to follow you, you know what you do, right? You cut that woman off. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're going to lose whatever you think you're going to lose in this divorce. But let me tell you guys something. It's no point in trying to be nice because she will run you down to nothing. And then she'll hit you with a divorce anyway. This is the cold, hard truth. The cold, red pill truth. You guys need to understand what a woman follows. To make sure you put the right energy and the right characteristics out to make sure she follows you. My brothers, don't want to hold this video too long, but I hope this is a wake-up call. I hope this teaches you something. I hope this shows you how simple the female mind is. One, when I showed you the only two reasons women could be loyal, right? And then now, women only follow two things. Now, my brothers, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and my backup channel also. Now, they will be pinned to the top of the comment section, including everybody else that I shout out. This is the MLC. Peace.